Lately, I have been craving food that feels warm, comforting, and deeply nourishing. Today, I'm making 3 vegan meals that I love when I want something cozy and grounding. A rich vegan miso ramen, comforting kimchi jjigae, and a soft spiced sweet potato and cauliflower lentil curry. These are the kind of dishes that don't just feed your body, they help you slow down and take care of yourself. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, let's make something warm, comforting together.
I love how simple this is. I was going to make something quicker, but ramen wins. Ooh, still so hot.
Let me show you how to make this warm, comforting vegan miso ramen. It's perfect for one of those cool days when you don't feel like going out but still want a restaurant-style meal at home. I'm just using what I already have at home, nothing fancy, just ingredients I know will feel comforting. It's actually really cold today. My city hasn't felt like this in almost a decade. I usually have all of this on hand: miso, peanut butter, gochujang, soy sauce, soy milk, garlic, ginger, dried shiitake mushroom, frozen corn, tofu, bok choy, green onions, and noodles. First, I wash and rehydrate the dried shiitake mushroom in boiling water. This will become the base of our broth. I really love the steady, evenly spaced out when the knife hits the bowl. It feels really calming even though it takes focus and effort. Maybe that's why some dishes taste better than any recipe, because you can feel the care that went into them. I chopped the aromatics, the white part of the green onions, ginger, and garlic. I also chopped some bok choy, but you can use any leafy greens that you like. Then I cut the tofu into cubes. You can use soft or firm. To start, I heat a pot with a thin layer of oil, then saute the green onions and ginger for 1 to 2 minutes until fragrant. Your house will smell really good. Then I add in the garlic and cook for another minute. Next goes the miso paste, peanut butter, and gochujang. I let everything cook together for about 1 minute, just enough to bring out all the nutty, savory flavors. I add in the shiitake mushrooms with the soaking liquid. Then pour in the soy milk, bring to a gentle boil, then let it simmer slowly. Let it simmer for 2 to 3 minutes, stir occasionally just to have everything come together. Honestly, I could watch this all day. In another pot, I cook the noodles, tofu, and the greens. They cook really fast. Now my favorite part, assembling. Noodles first, then corn, greens, tofu. Pour over the broth. Everything feels warmer the moment it hits the bowl. I cut the mushroom with some scissors and add them on top. Finish with green onions and sesame seeds. This is exactly what I wanted.
This is what comfort looks like to me on a cold day. Comforting, warmth, simple. This is exactly what I needed. Tastes amazing.
I am a fan of Korean dramas, the romantic storyline, the attractive characters, and especially the spicy food. When I watch my K-drama, I always imagine myself enjoying their food, most notably kimchi jjigae, or Korean kimchi stew. So let's make my favorite Korean comfort food, kimchi jjigae. It's so comforting for cool and rainy days like today. First, grab your ingredients. Make sure that your kimchi is vegan. I also use aromatics, shiitake mushroom, enoki mushroom, cabbage, tofu, and green onions. For condiments, I have gochujang, gochugaru, soy sauce, and sesame oil. I first start by making a shiitake mushroom broth, but you can also use kombu seaweed. Then I dice the onions, mince the garlic, chop the soft tofu into cubes. I love soft tofu in soup and stews. Separate enoki mushrooms into bunches and roughly chop the cabbage. Then to a pot, add some cooking oil and sesame oil. Add in the onions and garlic. Stir fry until the onions become translucent. Add in the gochujang, gochugaru, soy sauce, and kimchi. Stir fry for 3 to 5 minutes. Add in the kimchi juice and the mushroom stock. Lastly, you add the cabbage, enoki mushroom, bring to a boil and simmer for 7 to 8 minutes until soft. Lastly, add in the tofu cube and sprinkle spring onions and sesame seeds. And finally, enjoy! Food like this makes me want to romanticize my life and slow down while nourishing myself with wholesome, delicious food.
I love how cozy and comforting this recipe is. It's spicy, full of flavors, with the perfect blend of sweet, spicy, and sweetness. It has the crunchiness from the vegetable and the chewiness from enoki mushroom and the softness from the tofu. I feel like a main character in the Korean drama when I'm eating the dish. Is everybody getting sick these days? This is your reminder that cozy meals are not a luxury, it's a form of self-care. When my body asks for something grounding, nourishing, and comforting, I will make this sweet potato, cauliflower, and lentil curry. It's packed with protein and iron. It will help you feel more grounding, calmer, and stronger when you're feeling under the weather. Let's get started on cooking.
Here are the wholesome ingredients. We have red lentils, sweet potato, cauliflower, spinach, onions, garlic, ginger, and warming spices. Did you know that aromatics like onions, garlic, and ginger are full of antioxidants which help you build up your immune systems in flu season? Sweet potato, cauliflower, and spinach are added to the recipe for the fiber, minerals, and vitamins. You can also swap them with any other roots, vegetable, and leafy greens that you have available. I also washed and soaked my red lentils to get rid of dirt and improve digestion. Let's get started on cooking. I start by sauteing onions in a little oil until soft and golden. Add garlic and ginger and let the kitchen start to smell amazing. Cook for a few minutes, then add in the spice, and we have curry powder, turmeric, cumin, paprika, salt, and pepper. Cook this for about 30 minutes. In this stage, you can add the diced sweet potatoes and rinsed red lentils. They are both rich in iron and potassium, supporting your body with wholesome nutrition. Add the vegetable broth to the soup. For this, I just mix together hot water and a bouillon cube. Add canned tomatoes, or here I blended 3 tomatoes. Bring this to a boil. Add cauliflower florets after about 5 minutes. Close the lid, then let this cook for 15 minutes until the lentils and the vegetable have softened. Make sure to give this a stir every once in a while so it doesn't stick to the bottom. Once the vegetables are cooked, I add in half a can of coconut milk and stir in the spinach. Give this a taste. I decided to season with salt in the end. I always make extra curry because it tastes even better the next day. The flavors deepen, the texture gets richer, and it feels like future you already took care of things. This is the kind of meal that you cook once and let it hold you for a few days. I eat this with some paratha. You can use naan or rice.